The contents of this interview, or from Awake and Empowered Expo LLC from Ethan Fox and Flower of Life Center for Human Evolution, is for informational purposes only and does not necessarily reflect the viewpoints held by these organizations or individuals. Always consult with your doctor or health professional before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, or prescription drug use. Please understand that you assume all responsibility and risk for the use or misuse of this information.
Let's see. Who are we speaking with?
This is Gabriel. I am ready to begin.
Go ahead, Gabriel.
Yes, and I am pleased that many have gathered in this assembly of beautiful souls, I would say, who are transitioning as well. For what you must know that I am here to announce is there are many in this room who have gathered due to a very commonality of their soul in terms of a transition that is taking place on your planet. One that is requiring a shift of energy, not only from a dimensional realm other than your own, but also of a healing internally of your energy field in connection to a collective consciousness we call not only the human planet, but also of your spiritual helpers and friends. So as we assemble to bring you these messages today, we are very pleased in order to assist in any of these directional questions that you have. However, first we would start with a general message for many who have gathered in this room, for this is a time of light, you see. This is a time in which your planet is shifting and changing for what we would call the good. Now, this is a multifaceted idea of shifting and changing. So many are understanding of the higher vibrations that are coming to assist the human race in this time, and we would say that that has been planned and is an assembly of light beings that are in assistance. However, we ask human beings to understand that you are a part of this collective, you are a part of this light being collective. Only difference here, my friends, is that your energy field is also one of connection to your own collective, as well as this multidimensional assistance. So this is why, in this time, we would say it is critical for you to heal your personal and unique energy field. Now, would we ask you to look at yourself as a singular being? We would say only in this definition. For, of course, you are connected to one, you are connected to all of the universal consciousness. However, you have a soul that is multidimensional. This soul must be connected to your higher self and your etheric body in order to facilitate this healing of your human race. Why is this, my friends? Because vibrationally, energetically, you are all connected as one. So if you are connected as one, and this body of consciousness is standing at a lower plane of vibration, you can understand why this light energy of healing that is coming from our dimensional realm is not 100% in assistance here. Because it is a two-part equation, you see. This light body of assistance that is sending this energy to raise your consciousness or shift your planet must also be assisted by this singular healing of your own energy body in thought of its connection to this consciousness. Because this, you see, my friends, is what is required in order for this full healing to take place. So as you are absorbing this information, we ask you to further understand that this healing is unique, yes. So this healing is unique to your own soul's experience. However, it has been what we would call manipulated or affected by a lower vibration that is present upon your planet. So that is the similar part of all of the human beings made up in this collective, is that this lower vibrational pull or force on your energy field is what is holding you back from this full experience of connection to your soul and higher self. So as you are learning to release or disconnect from that lower vibrational energy, you now become the full aspect of yourself. You begin to remember why you have been brought into this physical body in this time, and that is to serve and that is to heal. So if you are in remembrance of this, it becomes easier now to be the healing as you are connected to this consciousness we call the human race. As you begin to serve yourself and heal this energetic makeup that we call even a DNA genetic of your own human form, that is where you assist the collective. So many in this time would say, if you heal yourself, you heal the world. And we would take that a step further in saying that if you heal yourself, you are now a part of the universal light that is healing your planet. But how, my friends, do you understand that this is connected in a greater sense? You see, your planet Earth is only one in part of the cosmos of many multidimensional cosmo collectives, we would say, that benefit from your healing. So think of it this way, my friends. When you heal yourself and you raise your vibration, how are you affecting those around you? Now take that a step further. If your collective consciousness is to heal itself, how does that go a step further and resonate or ring throughout the entire universe, you see? All beings, all planets, all levels of consciousness are then affected in terms of a raising of vibration and creative potential. So that is why we are so invested, you see, in this healing taking place. Because it is not only beneficial to you, it is not only beneficial to the human race, but it becomes beneficial to all. It is how we continue to create from a higher source connection of vibration. So we are pleased to answer your questions, as we know there are many. However, we ask you to keep this message in mind as to why your individual or unique healing is important, you see. And that would be different for each individual. And in many cases, we would not like to define you as an individual. But you have come here with this individual experience that your soul has wished to create through in order to assist this collective universe. And that is what is most important today.
First question. As far as the shift in conscious thought that will take place, will this resonate multidimensionally throughout the universe or just within our planet?
No, my friends, this is a universal consciousness. So when we speak of multidimension, we speak of a field of potential that is universal to all. So when we say that you are connected, you see, you were created on this planetary space in this time in order to serve this collective. Not only human, you see. Where human beings have forgotten, and this we would say is not of your own fault, it is from many lower vibrations that are preventing you from remembering. You have been created with a universal contact. You have been created knowing that you are able to tap into this universal consciousness, that you are one beyond this planet. However, what you must know, and we would not explain this in a fearful way, but it is to be known, is that a lower level consciousness that has been present upon your planet from many, many times prior was attracted to this planetary space because of its ability to create and its ability to connect to multi-dimensions and its ability to have this advantage of a physical experience and free will choice. However, they have seen that this energy upon this planet is one that could be used to assist their own race from a place of healing, a place of energetic, we would call feeding or sustenance. And that energetic is lower vibration. So it is unfortunate in these times that this lower vibration is present, because what we would explain this in easy terms as a blockage of your remembering to this etheric connection. This comes in many forms, you see. Not only lower vibrational physical things upon your planet or manifestations of physical, but these are also telepathic in nature. These are also energetic in nature. So how do human beings overcome this? They overcome it by healing themselves and remembering this connection to their soul, because their soul has the information that is needed in order to heal from a higher place of connection. When we speak of the DNA or the genetic strand, We may say that it is broken, but it is not broken, of course. It is only, we would call blocked or scrambled in its remembrance of who it truly is, you see. So we ask you to think beyond your collective as a human race and understand that every piece of you as a physical human being is connected to all of these outer dimensional realms. You are formed or created from a piece of all of universal knowledge and creation. So when we speak of this healing as defined earlier, it benefits all of these dimensions.
What can you tell us about the situation in Ukraine? What's really happening behind the scenes that's the source of this situation, and will there be peace?
Well, first and foremost, and our most important message regarding this type of scenario is the vibrational message that has been brought through earlier. So you see, my friends, any situation in which there is a war, any situation in which there is destruction or death upon your planet is only an energy, you see, or a vibration. So we ask human beings to think, how has this manifested upon our planet? Well, it would be a mirror type of situation. So if we get rid of this definition of the individual we have brought forward and widen your understanding to your collective universe, and if we separate out the human race as a single collective, imagine the power of creation that this collective has on your planetary space. Now, would you look around you in this time on your planetary space and see that your collective is of high vibration? And if it is not of high vibration, what is the manifestation of that lower vibration? It, of course, would be this type of scenario, you see. So if human beings are wishing to see this type of scenario in terms of war, death, and destruction end upon your planet and have true peace replace these situations, that is where the healing begins. That is where the healing is most important, you see. So we would only describe this situation not from a place of individual blame. We would say that it is only the direct cause or manifestation of an energy of primary weight or vibration. And currently, that vibration is the cause of that event. So if you want this event to end, you see, in your own experience, you must begin to heal yourself in terms of your thoughts around this action or event or actions such as this in the future. And if you are doing that vibrationally, the others around you will begin to raise as well and begin to understand that this is only a manifestation of energy. And when we speak of these lower vibrational forces or strongholds upon your planet, or many may be able to understand the idea of this lower vibrational collective of beings, how would we overcome this collective of lower vibrational beings? It would be easy, my friends. It is all vibrational. But many in your time do not understand this message of energy and vibration. They do not understand the significance that they have within their own being and soul to make this change.
With all the fear-based beliefs and untruths that the church society has ingrained into us, how do we break those chains? How do we make that shift from knowing the truth intellectually to believing it in our hearts?
So as your planet Earth has formed and evolved, there have been many who have separated into collectives in which they have decided that their ideals must be shared and adopted in order for those to begin to manifest what they would call a kingdom of heaven. However, there is a skewed idea here in these religions. And many of these religions are, yes, placing this fear into human beings, which is causing this, yes, lower vibration we have spoken of, which is, yes, affecting your human collective in this mirror we call death, destruction, and war. So how would you break free of this? It would be only through the clearing of your own energy and connecting to your true knowing of who you are, you see. Because this aspect of God that is being taught in many structured religious collectives, we would call them, is one of singular nature outside of a being's self. And this is not inherent with the definition we would like to see human beings grasp onto, you see. Now, what is God? God is creation. God is universe. God is in all. God is potential. God is beauty. God is love. This is within you as a singular individual human being we have spoken of earlier. This is within your soul, you see. So if you are to shift your understanding from the belief of a God that is outside of you that is judging to a God that is inside of you that does not judge, that is only of pure love and light, that is where the vibrational shift in meaning to how this is affecting you from a standpoint of fear begins to release, you see. Now, how does one tap into this beauty of God within? We would say there was a time when human beings were automatically and constantly connected to their own sense of internal God. And this has been stripped or taken away from you as a human race. This has been covered up from you. This has been taught out of your belief system through many, not only what we would call religious beliefs, but other institutions, you see. This goes beyond the field of institutions at this point, because there are lower vibrations that are affecting your connection to this remembrance of God, that are energetic, as we mentioned before, that are telepathic, that are not only within your connection to lower vibration through voluntary agreement to believe outside of yourself, but also, you see, from many electronics, from many electronic pulses, from the way your earth has been able to manifest from a place of things that are not natural to it. So if you are to place yourself outside of these things and focus internally upon the fact that you have God within your soul, that is where you can begin to disconnect from the beliefs and the outer realms of distraction that are keeping you from that remembering.
When you're just learning to meditate, how do you get your mind to slow down enough to stop the mind chatter enough to listen?
So we would ask human beings in this time to understand that meditation is an ancient practice of connection, but it is one that must not be taught in a certain way. So we would say there are many that are teaching this practice of meditation as one that must focus thoughts without. And we would say that the primary goal here is to place energy upon the heart center, you see, and not so much focus upon the mind. And this is where we would put this idea of meditation into a everyday practice of not just sitting in meditation, but walking meditation, you see, living meditation, you see. Because human beings have been brought to this place of focus upon the mind. I must think through this. I must imagine how this will happen. I must make sure I am understanding of thought. When really, you see, everything must begin from the heart center. This is what you were created to work from. Why is this heart center important? You see, that is where you are connected not only to your soul, but to your higher mind, we would say. So we would say if you are practicing a meditation, that is fine and that is well and that is advised. However, not paying attention to what is going on in your mind, but placing the focus on what is happening within your heart. and the energy you are feeling within that heart center. That is why many in this time who are teaching aspects of meditation would focus on breathing. You see, why is that? Well, the chest is involved in the breathing. The lower extremities are involved in the breathing. And when you begin to feel that breath, it takes your focus into this area. But we would ask you to focus on that more, you see. We would ask you to feel the love in your heart and to walk from that purpose of your heart's love and breath every minute of your day, and not just while you are sitting in this practice of meditation. And to always remember that the thoughts that are running through your mind are secondary to what is happening in the energy of your heart center, you see. Because this is where you know. This is where you feel. So if you are presented with a decision throughout the day, and this is causing you pain or stress when you think of the outcome, we would say, would that be a correct decision to make? Or when you are thinking of a decision throughout the day and you are thinking of an outcome that brings you a feeling of peace and love, would that be the correct decision to make? And where is this thought process leading you? Is it leading you into a place of fear, or is it leading you to a place of love? So if you are to focus your meditations not so much on the thoughts and on your heart, you will see that the thoughts do not matter, my friend.
Does water quality affect the anger in the world now?
Yes, well, we would like to explain water in many different areas. And first and foremost, it is frequency, you see. Because water is not only an important makeup of your own human body, but is an important makeup of your entire planet. Why is that? It is energetic in nature. It has a living, breathing memory, and it is able to provide sustenance to the human body from this energetic memory. Now, there are many events, we would say, upon your planet, or actions upon your planet of lower vibration that have affected waters in a way that are affecting your body. So we would equate this only to a lowering of your vibration and this blockage of energy that we would say is not allowing you to connect to your soul. So, for example, if there's a body of water that has been manipulated in some way of lower vibration, whether that is a spill, whether that is a chemical, and you are ingesting that water, but even further, my friends, think of it this way. This water is permeating every bit of your existence, regardless of whether or not you are placing a physical aspect of yourself into it. Because imagine your planet Earth, and this is a vibrational, living, breathing being. This body of water is not only contained to itself, it is permeating within to the soil, it is within the animals in this water, it is within the fish, it is within the plant life you see. This is creating a vibration within the plants, within the animals, within the soil. So it goes far beyond you just placing a physical aspect of yourself into the water or the water placing itself into you. So anytime there is a chemical of lower vibration that is introduced into a body of water, regardless of whether that body of water is something you are ingesting or not, it is affecting your planet from a place of lower vibration. And water, we would say, is most significant because of its high amount of quality area that it is taking upon your planet, but also because of the amount of water that the human body is made up of. You see, there is a genetic connection there. There is a link there vibrationally. So think of it further, my friends. If the plant life in this water is affected by this lower vibrational chemical, and the fish in this water are eating this plant life that is affected by this lower vibrational chemical, and then a human being is eating upon this fish that is affected by this lower vibration, now you have taken this lower vibration on yourself. Now what is happening? You are energy. So those within your collective do not have to eat the fish, you see. They are now taking on this lower vibration. This is what we are working against, my friends. It is not only man-made in this way, but this would be a large portion of what we would say is affecting the vibration of your planet, is this man-made type of lower vibrational aspect of manipulation. So we would say, in looking forward to a aspect of healing of this water, what can a human being do? Well, many human beings would not be of the mindset or consciousness to understand this energetic problem. So they should be taught that they should avoid this fish. But those that are aligned with a higher truth and are knowing that this vibration is affecting the entire collective can protect themselves energetically through their own connection to their soul, through their connection to the spirit realm, to their intentional belief in protecting their energy field and raising it. Then they do not have to worry about this lower vibration affecting them. Then they become the healer in this situation, you see. So if you are working on yourself from a spiritual aspect of protection and raising your own vibration, you do not have to worry about these waters that are contaminated. Then you become the light worker in this, you see, whether that is through communication of this lower vibration or through your own healing, you see. You become the protector of those collective human beings around you that are not understanding of this low vibration. So what do we need now, you see, in order to heal this situation? We need more human beings that are healing themselves of this karmic energy that is holding them from this connection. We need more human beings that are stepping into this band of light workers we call a multi-dimensional consciousness that are aware of your aspect on this planet as an energy source. And that is our greatest message to you about these waters.
When is relief coming for our bodies undergoing ascension?
Well, we understand that there are many chaotic energies presenting themselves now in terms of what human beings would call ascension. But first we ask you to understand that there's a process here, my friends, that your planet has agreed to go through in this time. And there are many souls in this room, we would say, who have agreed also to be assistants in this ascension process. And that is important as light workers, that you are understanding that this ascension process will be painful for some, yes? There are many in your collective that are not ready to ascend in this way. There are many in your collective who are not understanding of this ascension. And this is leading to many who are understanding of it to be in times of difficult, we would say, struggle or pain. Why is that? Because light workers in this time who are privy to this ascension are assisting in the healing of those who are not. So imagine yourself as one of these light workers, as we would say you are. You have a dual process in this time. And that dual process is to clear yourself of lower vibration and heal yourself. But as you are doing that, you may not be aware that you are also taking on the healing of others around you. So many light workers in this time who are struggling with a feeling that they are feeling this aspect of ascension not being comfortable, we would say this is the reason why. So what can you do in this time to feel this relief? We would say continue to heal, my friends. Continue the process, my friends, because there is light and you are connected to it, and we are assisting you in this healing. And it has always been written and said that it would occur. So if you are in line with this, you must know that there is a light. You are the light, and you will continue to heal yourself and others. And we ask you to be patient during this transition, in which there are higher energies coming to assist. And in knowing that many in your collective are not comfortable with these energy shifts. They are not in awareness of these energy shifts. But your light field, your healing auric field, is what is allowing them to raise along with you.
What is kundalini and what role does it play in a person's awakening?
Kundalini, my friends, is only merely a connection to your soul on a very deep level. So those that are experiencing kundalini, some may be an aspect of mistake. Many would feel It is a traditional feeling of blissful experience of the universe, and we would say it is, yes. However, we would prefer that human beings are to look upon this awakening of kundalini simply as a reassembling of that DNA structure or genetic structure we have talked about earlier that connects you through this multi-dimension in terms of your divinity, of connection to your souls, knowing that it is one with the universe. You are all designed to do this, you see. You were created upon this planet with this connection, with this DNA function. It has been scrambled, blocked, and taken away from you. Although we would say taken away is a very harsh description, as it is all within you to repair, you see. But when some are experiencing this awakening of kundalini, it is simply, my friends, the reawakening or reassembling of a 12-strand DNA structure that is allowing you to fully connect transdimensionally as intended. It is your energy field healing itself in this way in order to open to a universal consciousness. And that is our goal for all human beings.
How do I find a life path, and how to trust its intent, how to trust intuition?
So every human being was brought upon this planet with a plan. Your soul has developed this plan before it stepped into this physical body. And most important is that your soul is multidimensional as well. So many human beings believe that they are standing within a physical body as a singular nature of expression of soul. And we would say that is not true. That your soul is living many lives multidimensionally in sync with your current life. And that is purposeful, you see. Because when we say you are connected to all of universal creation and potential, this is how your soul is expressing itself. So when you say you have come into this physical body with a mission, we would agree with that, yes. And in many instances, we would say that human beings have a mission that is being manifest parallel in a life, as well as brought forward from a past life that has not been in completion. So how do you connect to this mission? You see, we would say first that you must focus on joy. You must have a single path to joy in every bit of your day, because many would believe that they have come forward with a mission that allows them to, or would enable them to sacrifice, that would cause them to be of service to others, but never to themselves, and would be something that they would have to give of themselves in order to allow. And we would say that your mission is always connected with service. It is always connected with giving to others. However, it is always an aspect of your soul that would bring you true joy. So if you are moving towards a mission and it is feeling as if it is difficult, it is feeling as if it is straining you, it is feeling as if you must give something up in order to receive it, it would not be your correct purpose or mission, you see. So if you're looking for tools or modalities in order to connect to this mission, we would say this would be unique for all individuals. We would ask you to look only internally inside of yourself and connecting to yourself through many techniques that have been brought forward today in terms of connection to your soul, connection to spirit, connection through meditation. We would say this would not be a process brought through in your mind. It would be a process brought through from your heart. And we would ask you to look, my friends, not for the things that are causing you to feel as if you fit within this current physical world, but fit without. Because in this time, as you know, there are many that have been forced into a way of living that is not natural. And this is the problem, we would say, that is keeping you from connecting to your true mission from a place of fear. Because if you are to look to your current human collective and how that is manifesting in your society, it is something that is not natural. It is causing human beings or calling human beings to cause themselves to see a mission that is connected with supporting a lower vibration or supporting someone else's idea of a mission, not their own. So any mission that we would ask you to connect with from your soul would be outside of what you would most likely see in your human collective in this current space and time reality. And something that would be unique to your own expression of your soul, that is serving of others and bringing you only joy. Are we saying in this time that would be an easy path to follow? No, my friends, we would say that would not. Why is that? It is because you are standing within a human collective that is not privy to this understanding. But you have been brought forward into this collective in this current space and time in order to make that shift for others. So if you are to drop this aspect of fear and you are to stand within your truth and you are to move forward with this mission, you will see others begin to align with that. And that is why many who we would say are called to this room in this time would be considered light workers, because they are connecting in this way and they are bringing forth and manifesting their gifts from their soul in order to heal others.
You describe simple, clear messages as though this is what to expect. Please comment on the experience of receiving multiple contradictory messages at the same time.
Well, my friends, many in this time are, we would say, blocked from this connection to outer realm of support. So when you are receiving multiple messages that are conflicting, we would ask you to line those up in a row and evaluate them from a place of emotional standpoint. So if you are to receive 3 messages in one day and these messages are all conflicting and you are not sure which one to choose, we would ask you to look at which one is resonating with a feeling of love within your heart center and is most feeling of joy within your soul. And that is the one that you should align with. That is your personal truth. Now, why would human beings in this time be receiving conflicting messages? We would take you back to our original message of lower vibration upon your planet. You see, you are blocked from this knowing. You are blocked from this information. How is that, my friends? We have brought forward many examples of this. So we would say through foods, through waters, through contaminations, through air, through electronics, through vibration, through wavelengths, through telepathic nature. It is causing you to feel as if you are confused. But we ask you to go back to centering. Go back to centering in the body and knowing that you have been manifest into a physical body for a very beautiful reason. It is your ability to feel. Why are you a physical human being? You have signed up in this time to come through as a soul into this physical reality to have this ability to feel. So use it wisely, my friends. Look upon the messages you are receiving and allow yourself to use this beautiful physical body that has been created for you as an antenna. As an antenna to choose. What do I know resonates with my soul? What do I know lines up with all of the center points of feeling of energy in my physical body? Because that is why you have this. And many would ask, if I am a soul, why must I have this outer physical body? Well, that is a reason, my friends. You have created this experience in order to feel. You have been brought forward into this beautiful physical reality in order to have a physical experience. But the beauty here, you see, is if you are not connecting to it in its proper form, it cannot serve you. So if you are to choose the right path, you will always be able to use that physicality to connect to it.
Do you think that if we give love or good things to the planet that she can heal?
We would say yes. Our aspect of message to you is only that you come from the highest place of love. And it is easy, my friends, for it is all vibration. And if you get no message today, we ask you to get this one. Everything is of energy and vibration. It is a turning on or turning off of exactly what is mirrored in your collective consciousness. So if you as a collective consciousness is in a majority state of love, this is what you will see manifesting on your planet. If you as a collective consciousness is in a majority state of lower vibration, this is what you will see upon your planet. So it is most important in this time that your collective human nature is experiencing this, what we would say, situational aspect of self first. What do we mean by that? What we would say is use this in your daily experience as an individual. If you are coming from a higher place of love, how does your own physical experience manifest in relation to this? Now, do you need to preach your experience to others? We would say some in this time are called to do that, yes. But what you will see is if you are coming from a higher place of love and your experience manifests around you in direct mirror to that, this is all vibration. So those around you in your collective families, friendship networks, career networks, we would say, reap the benefit of you standing within your true higher power energetically. So that is why when many teachers are saying you must heal yourself first, it is actually a plan that will work. Because, my friends, everything is energy. So you must not stand upon the hilltops and preach this energy. You are better off living it. You are better off allowing it to benefit your current physical experience and allowing yourself to feel the joy of that. And that emanates out to the others around you. It emanates out farther than you know, we would say. So the more human beings that are doing this, that are living from this place, this is how we heal, you see. And it is that simple.
Would like to speak with Mary, please?
Greetings.
Greetings, Mary. Would you open your eyes and look at the audience? Do you have a message for us to close today?
Yes, I do. And I am thankful and grateful for all that have shown up for these messages today, not only in a physical nature, but also have opened their hearts to understanding that this is a change in themselves that brings forth a change in the world. But also, I would say, my friends, more important even, is understanding this message of connection to God within self that has been brought forward today. And that would be my biggest message to the planet, my biggest message to the human collective, and beyond, I would say. So allowing yourself to understand that you have been brought forward into these bodies to not only experience love, but experience that love for yourself and others, is where we would hope that you would begin this journey of physical healing and collective energetic healing upon your planet.
Thank you.
Many blessings.